A banded mongoose lunges at a rival, fighting over a scrap of food. The colony is starving. Their search across the harsh grassland yields nothing. Desperation drives them forward. They scan the open plain with twitching noses. Every rustle of grass brings false hope. Then, a massive shape appears in the distance. A mother African buffalo stands stationary in the tall grass. Her thick coat is matted with dried mud and parasites. She is a walking meal ticket for the hungry troop. They approach with extreme caution, wary of the immense herbivore. The buffalo remains still, sensing their arrival. This is the moment their search ends. Trust builds with each careful step. The small hunters climb onto the giant's flank. They begin to pick through her coarse fur. The search for sustenance turns into a partnership. The adults are systematic. They start near the buffalo's thick hocks. They push aside the coarse, mud-caked fur with their noses. It is a precise task. A tick is found. The mongoose nips it out with practiced speed. It crunches the parasite instantly. Now, the younger generation observes. They gather around the buffalo's knee. A pup watches its mother carefully. She pulls a fly away from the skin. She nudges the pup to look closer. The pup tentatively paws at a patch of dry mud. It doesn't find food, but it learns the territory. The buffalo shifts her weight. The movement sends a ripple through the grooming troop. They do not flee. They simply reposition on her broad back. The routine is rhythmic. For the buffalo, the stinging insects vanish. For the young mongooses, the learning curve is steep. Survival depends on this shared knowledge. The adults are systematic. They start near the buffalo's thick hocks. They push aside the coarse, mud-caked fur with their noses. It is a precise task. A tick is found. The mongoose nips it out with practiced speed. It crunches the parasite instantly. Now, the younger generation observes. They gather around the buffalo's knee. A pup watches its mother carefully. She pulls a fly away from the skin. She nudges the pup to look closer. The pup tentatively paws at a patch of dry mud. It doesn't find food, but it learns the territory. The buffalo shifts her weight. The movement sends a ripple through the grooming troop. They do not flee. They simply reposition on her broad back. The routine is rhythmic. For the buffalo, the stinging insects vanish. For the young mongooses, the learning curve is steep. Survival depends on this shared knowledge. The eagle veers away, the shadow disappears. The mongooses relax their rigid posture. They emerge from the buffalo's coat. Life on the plain returns to normal. The buffalo continues her slow graze. She moves deeper into the grasslands. Her pace is steady and deliberate. She is unbothered by the previous threat. The small group follows closely behind. They scout the ground for new insects. The heat of the day intensifies. The savanna air shimmers with waves of heat. Every movement is calculated for efficiency. They are miles from the shelter now. Open territory brings new risks. The wind changes direction slightly. The buffalo raises her head, sniffing the air. She smells something sharp. Something predatory lies ahead. The air grows heavy.
The troop dives
A scent of old muscle drifts by.
Vanishing instantly.
The buffalo freezes. She knows this smell. The mongooses scatter, disappearing into the tall, dry stems. Only the buffalo stands exposed. Her ears swivel. A deep, guttural sound vibrates in the silence. From the golden grass, a lioness emerges. She is lean and focused. The buffalo does not retreat. She lowers her head, pointing her curved horns forward. The chipped horn catches the sunlight. She stands still. The lioness studies the buffalo's posture. She tests the air. The buffalo stomps once. Dust rises. A quiet tension fills the space. No movement. Just heavy breaths in the dry heat. The lioness lowers her stance, muscles coiled for a burst of speed. The buffalo remains a wall of solid resolve. One twitch from the predator is met with a sharp toss of the buffalo's head. The lioness tests the buffalo's resolve with a short, aggressive step forward. The buffalo does not flinch. She holds her ground, keeping her head low. The lioness stares into the buffalo's dark eyes. There is no opening here. The risk of injury is too great. Slowly, the predator shifts her weight back. She pivots, her tail flicking once in frustration. The buffalo watches her leave, ears forward. Silence returns to the grasslands. The standoff has ended without a single blow. The buffalo exhales, her sides heaving. The danger has passed. She begins to walk again, heading toward the distant river. The mongooses reappear, trailing behind her once more. The landscape begins to shift. Yellow grass gives way to vibrant green reeds. The buffalo lifts her head, catching the scent of damp earth. Ahead, the river snakes through the basin. She quickens her pace. The promise of relief drives her forward. Reaching the bank, she pauses. She tests the depth with a heavy hoof. Cool water ripples against her legs. She wades in, submerging her massive frame. The thick, dry mud begins to soften and peel away. Floating debris drifts downstream. On the muddy bank, the mongooses remain vigilant. They watch the surface, waiting for the water to settle. The cleaning routine is about to change. Beneath the surface, the water is alive. Thousands of small barbel fish swarm the buffalo. They are drawn to the remaining parasites and dead skin. The mammal stands motionless, allowing the fish to work. They nibble gently at her submerged hide. It is a precise, ticklish sensation. The river acts as a vital secondary cleaning station. The mongooses on the bank cannot reach this deep. They watch from the shoreline, excluded from this aquatic labor. The fish are efficient and tireless. They work in unison across the buffalo's entire body. The river provides a deep cleanse that the dry plains cannot offer. The buffalo closes her eyes, soaking in the relief. She is fully submerged now. Only her curved horns break the waterline. This is a quiet, hidden world of mutual benefit. The buffalo drags herself onto the riverbank. Water streams off her heavy frame. She shakes her massive head. A fine mist catches the low sun. The mongooses greet her with soft chirps. She is refreshed. They are ready to hunt again. The sun dips below the horizon. Long shadows stretch across the grass. The plains enter a temporary calm. No creature truly dominates this land. It is a world of quiet exchanges. The buffalo grazes on the cooling earth. The mongooses forage at her feet. Their cycle is complete for today. Tomorrow brings the same demands. For now, there is only the rhythmic beat of survival. A simple partnership that sustains the heart of the savanna.